Okay, so this is going to be a little different from my ordinary video style. I want to put that out very clearly from the off. Firstly, as you will see, is my background. It's not very good. It's not very I mean, that's kind of a green screen. It's not really a green screen, let's be honest. It's just to stop you from seeing the rest of my room, because I don't really want the entire internet seeing my whole room. Anyway, I'm getting very sidetracked. Now, this video is going to be about Doctor Who. Now, I know what you're saying. That's nothing to do with furries whatsoever. And you're right. Well done. That's it. 8 gold stars for you. Now, you may never have seen Doctor Who before. This is fine. I know that, especially in America, especially around the world. It's not a program that's available everywhere. And even if you have seen Doctor Who, you might not have seen it to quite the level that I have. I'm rather obsessed. I hold my hands up. I've seen a lot of Doctor Who. Now, my main point, because believe me, I could talk for hours. I could rant and rave and go on for a very, 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 very long time about my opinions of the show, my ratings of particular episodes and writers and actors and all of these different things, and it would basically come across as me being, well, mainly annoyed on the internet for a long time. But I don't want to necessarily be that. I don't want to be one of those people who makes a video as a fan on the internet saying, hey, this thing that I love and lots of other people love, it's the worst. It's shocking and should be deleted and destroyed from television, and everyone should hate it because I hate it. I don't want to be that. Okay, this is a calming, this is a relaxed atmosphere. What I would like to specifically address is something that I believe is easily fixable, a major problem with the show currently, and something that I believe is easily demonstrable and that a lot of people will at least find interesting, if not even necessarily completely agree with me on. Now, what is this thing, you asked, that I believe could dramatically and simply improve the show? It's the music. It's the sound mixing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a massive music person. In fact, I barely follow musical culture. I'm not one of those guys who sits there and analyzes the particular beats of a song. That is not me. My musical knowledge is very low. I'm talking specifically about it in the context of Doctor Who. Now, I will be using examples in this video, which almost certainly means the video will be copyright struck and possibly even blocked in certain countries. So I may have to put strange things or weird stuff over the screen to make it not completely content blocked, even when it is specifically, as is this video, a critique. What am I saying next? I don't script these things. I just go. Now, if people have studied media, or have a general interest in YouTube videos similar to this one, talking and discussing about the way that sound is used in programming, you'll probably have come across the concept of light motifs. They're used across the board, and they are talked about fairly frequently because they are a huge part of making any kind of show or film or production. The basic concept of a light motif is a character or a theme or any particular thing that wants to be referenced will have its own auditory music-based, key, so that when you hear this, you think about that thing. I feel like not only is the show currently completely lacking any kind of character motif or any kind of musical coherency altogether, but the style, it's so boring and monotone and unemotional, it makes the sad emotional parts seem flat because it's the same music that you've been hearing for the entire episode, and it makes the exciting and dramatic moments seem uninteresting, weird, boring, tonally wrong. A lot of people seem to have the impression with the latest episodes that the tone or the pacing is somehow off, and while yes, you could argue that the pacing is definitely off in a lot of episodes, I feel like a huge contributing factor to feeling like the pacing is off is the music just getting it entirely wrong. Now, this video isn't going to be too much of me talking. I don't know how long it's going to be, but essentially I'm just going to play a few examples where I myself have gone in and edited the show to have music that it's used in the past. Now, obviously, ideally, I would be working with a version that was produced without the soundtrack. That's not available, which means the versions that I am editing, I've had to dub over the top of music that was already there. I'm just trying to get across to you how important and how it can completely change a scene just by changing the music. The episode which has just aired, the New Year's special for the latest season of Doctor Who, was in my eyes a fairly mediocre episode for a number of reasons, but I feel like just subtly changing the music would dramatically improve the experience of watching it, not only for fans who would understand the auditory references that they're being given, but for people watching it I've gone out of focus when I'm trying to make my main point of the video, and I was executing it brilliantly. Why does my technology let me down? Come on. Right, should we try again? I mean no offence to the current people who are working on the soundtrack of Doctor Who, working at the BBC right now. I can only imagine that is a very, very difficult job, and I highly doubt they have the complete control. It is probably a decision way above the particular sound engineer's head, or the composer's head, what style and what theme of music they're going for. Those will be decisions come up with via the showrunners and the producers. So I am not directly coming at the audio producers who made the soundtrack for Season 12 of Doctor Who and onwards, because it is not their fault. And I'm not even saying the music is completely useless or terrible. available. If you want that style to be the theme of the season, if you want it to have a new tone, have a fresh take, that's fine. But you don't have to completely cover everything in this same monotone music.
Always ready.
Who's in?
Always scoping, always ready.
Who's in there?
Where will you go now? No idea? Come on, fam.
I thought we weren't doing fam.
I like it. None of us know for sure what's out there. That's why we keep looking. Keep your faith. Travel hopefully. The universe will surprise you. Constantly. Where will you go now? No idea? Come on, fam.
I thought we weren't doing fam.
I like it. None of us know for sure what's out there. That's why we keep looking. Keep your faith. Travel hopefully. The universe will surprise you. Constantly.
In summary, I hope by these clips which I have shown, you can kind of see that while yes, obviously the versions that I have produced are not perfect or professional by any means because I'm not working with the complete material, it can give you an idea of how just subtly changing the music that's available, and music that the BBC have, it is Doctor Who music. I mean, Star Wars, they reuse music all the time. Using that, just a subtle, small thing has such an impact on the overall episode itself and makes it, in my eyes, more cohesive, more enjoyable, and just more fun. So yes, you could change the writing or the pacing or the storyline or some of the questionable decisions as far as just in general things that they're doing in Doctor Who. I'm not going to even get into all that. Just the one slightest, subtlest little difference in the soundtrack, in my eye, could make season 13 much better. Now, they're not going to do this. I can certainly say they're not going to do this, but I don't know. I just wanted to rant. I wanted to talk about Doctor Who on my YouTube channel because I've been saying I'll do that for literally years. And I wanted to sort of also show people who maybe aren't as interested in Doctor Who or hell, will just watch anything with my face in it. Thanks, you guys are good. How much of an impact audio can make in a production. So, I hope that was okay. Obviously, subscribe. I'm not really going to be doing much like this in the future, I don't think. This was just my little outlet for Doctor Who, so I'm still not entirely convinced this video will ever be actually uploaded, but I've recorded it now, so... And that'll do. I think that'll do. Thank God I was actually recording. I didn't check. Oh my God, if I hadn't recorded any of this, oh my... Whew, I'm still bad at this. Oh my God.